I want to speak about talent and the word talented, and to me, it doesn't mean anything for the most part. Talent is the word some people who are not achiever in their field or they know nothing of that field. I mean, in music, people who didn't achieve many goals or don't play any instrument at all look at dexterous, fast, or good players like you would look at magicians. But you know, the magicians are not talented for the most part. I mean, it's not something you achieve because you have a magic instinct, or like a dog is in your DNA to sniff drugs or find animals, retrieve dead animals. For them, I don't know, except rare cases of people who have some psychological problems that on the other side make them mathemat. But it's very rare. If you see the movie with Dustin Hoffman called, I don't remember its name, but it was something like that. It's very rare for the can be cases of people who were born, but they're, as is just said, extremely rare. For the most part, what we do is the result of practice, good practice, people who tell you how to practice, many hours of practice, and being exposed to what you should do. So having templates, listening to good music, being exposed, and that is something we do spontaneously because we like music in the first place. So listening to hundreds of thousands hours of the music you like. For example, when it comes to the recorder, here it is. I play jazz because I like jazz, and I play some Baroque music because I learned how to love it, because it's a kind of music, medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque music, something you play on the recorder. And in order to play Baroque music, I don't have any teachers. I listen to a lot of good players, and that's part of the job. With practicing and listening, I record myself now, we can do that, and listening to what you've been doing. Some people say, I even read a book called Talent is Overrated. So don't call me talented, because it's like some people like being called talented because it became synonymous with good. But no, I have no talent whatsoever. I think in many ways I have a lot of problems. I don't easily memorize songs. I don't have a perfect pitch. Sometimes I play and I get carried away. I overblow or underblow, the instrument is not in tune. Sometimes I get wrong notes because I don't have down perfectly all the scales and all the things. And I make up for this with some musicality that I got listening to music. And I mix sometimes the two things. I play what my off the top of my head, what comes under my fingers, and then I decide to, okay, let's play with more awareness of the chords and the scales, and then mix the two. I mix the two things, and that's when I get better results. I walk along the line of left side, right side, and left side of my brain. Other things, you have something to express, so you need, and the talent is before everything. The talent is being able to spend many hours playing an instrument, being able to correct yourself, being able to get a good, a bad rap, like today. In the same evening, somebody said I was a very bad player. That's why I couldn't find people to play with. And the same, and after that, somebody, I know it was in perfectly good faith, but I really don't like to be called talent to be called. Not that it's a big problem, or it's not that every day I get 20 comments and they call me talented. But I want to think that you can be like me. You can be much better than I am. It's best just to believe it. Other things. I started this when I was 14. Come on. I haven't practiced all the time. Otherwise, now I will be 3 times better than I am, even more. So let's say that we forget. We forget sometimes the hours I put into playing this instrument, the hours I've been busking, and sometimes I speak languages, and people, oh, you have a talent for language. No, I don't have talent. Every time I run into a word I don't know, I write it down, both in my languages, English and Italian. I don't do with the Russian because my level of Russian is so low, and I've been learning for almost more than a year. And the day if I'm still alive, the day I could be able to speak fluent Russian, say, oh, God damn it, you're so talented. No, oh, no, 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 no. I worked my ass off to be able to, when? To be able to speak a language. So people, oh, you have talent. No, 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 yeah, I don't have any talent. I just know how languages are acquired. And I learned how, in a similar way, you have to do every day what you gotta do. You need to know when you have to insist, you have to persist and keep on practicing something and let it go. No, for today just enough, otherwise I get stuck up and I get like it becomes a mania. No, put aside, I will go over that in the days to come. So balancing the focused work and the work in the long run. And so always be able, okay, at this passage, I practice 15 minutes, it's not getting any better. I'll put it aside, I will go over that tomorrow, I will practice better tomorrow. And the more you learn, the more how you learn how to learn. That goes for music and for languages. In a way, they are similar, not completely similar, because music is a universal language. I mean, obviously, if you've been listening to kind of music, you can appreciate more, but it's not like languages that is they carry specific meanings. That's a long story. Languages can become artistic, and if you think music, but they are basically in a way different, but there are some similarities. They are both something you, for the most part, something you hear. Yeah, you can read music, you can read text. It's more common to read written text than written music. Very few people can actually, other than a melody, figure out all the chords and everything in their mind. I can't, to save my life. So I wanted to do this because whatever you see, I had the same impression with guitar players, but I didn't get any tutoring. I started very late in my life, and they probably started much younger. So, and I understand that some people have the same problem with the recorder or the flute. They are very good at guitar, but they never get a hang of how to play a woodwind instrument or a brass instrument. That's life. Obviously, if you started earlier, you start early, you are in a better position to. But you never give up. So the bottom line is, I have to sneeze. I don't believe in talent. I believe every person is different. Every person has a different personality. But when it comes to an instrument, I have to sneeze all over again. We all have to go through the same thing, connecting our fingers to our brain and to the notes. And it gets a lot. For example, some people who haven't practiced the flute recorder as long as I have really hardship listen to a melody and playing the melody. I have, to me, it's quite easy up to a certain point. If the melody is kind of complicated, like bebop melody, is not. I still have to practice, and other people are better than I am. Okay, these people are better because they have been playing the instrument longer and better than longer than I have, than practice longer. That's it. It's not no secret. You know, there's no. I think it's an excuse for us. Oh, he's better than I am, but he's talented. No, no, he's not talented. We just have to admit that we are lazy. Some people are less lazy than we are. Some people are more proactive. And after all, not everybody. Some people have to work for a living. They don't have a lot of free time to practice the instrument. And I know I have a lot of free uh, time on my hands, and it's normal. I practice, I get better. The other person maybe is better than I am. He is doing less than I do, but he practice only half an hour, and for half an hour of practice is better than I am. So that's it. That's my understanding of how we get better, and it's for the most part. I would say there is a talent in being. It's just something. Some people are more self-assured, confident, uh, and they know they can make it. That if you've been successful at something, you gain self-confidence. Sometimes you've been unsuccessful and you convince yourself there's something wrong with you because, I don't know, other people are more talented than you have, so you cannot do anything about it. I don't get discouraged so easily. For example, I need to find people to play with because I'm fed up with playing with myself. Playing with myself is sounds sounds wrong. Playing alone, playing with myself sounds like something else. Um, but I don't find people to play with. So there's a reality which I cannot change. When it comes to jazz, not many people like playing with the recorder players. Um, I don't find many people who play jazz in Rome who want to know other people through the web. Maybe there are other paths to find other people. It's true that there are less jam session, less situation to meet really meet real people in real life. Many of these jam sessions, the level is so low they go. It's a long story. And then is the fact that maybe I'm not that good. So I cannot change reality. I bet I can change the way I play. So sometimes when you don't get early success, but you're stubborn and self-confident, you become even better. Okay, some other people have early success, but they squander it. They rest on the laurels and they think they are the shit. And they're not. Actually, many people who are really the shit don't think they are, because they always find fault with what they've been doing and uh, they are doing, and they try constantly to improve. I think we are sure we be happy with what we've been doing, just to move on. That's the idea. Go to a certain level. You need to like the fact that you need to practice. You need to, when a language I read and I listen to recording Russian, and I still don't get results. I'm sure one day I will get, and when I will break through, I'm sure that I will be better than most of my fellow Italians who learn Russian, who now are better than I am, because they want to push through and learn many things as fast as possible. And sometimes going slow is the way to go. Everybody tells you, oh, the way to do it. We Italian we say presto e bene non vanno insieme. Like quick and dirty work. So you have to go slowly, but steadily. Slowly doesn't mean that you don't do a lot. You do a lot, you repeat, and then you move like a war. First word, war. Village by village you conquer. That's it. That's my idea about. So don't be vexed or whatever if I say I've got no talent whatsoever, because I don't believe in talent for the most part. I know most people believe in that. Most people like to be called talented. I don't like it, because it's like, it's not talent. You say, oh, you've been practicing a lot, I can see it, or you could practice even more, but I appreciate your hard work, your determination, your confidence, and your constant will to improve. That is the truth. That is the truth for me and for most players. Believe you me. That's it. I'll play the trumpet as well. You need to practice and develop the embouchure, the stamina, and when I practice, I get better. It's as simple as that. If you want to get better, don't. For example, I practice this. This is for saxophones, and I'm copying them to have for F instruments to practice also not only in soprano and tenor recorder, but on alto, and bass, and sopranino recorder. It's a constant struggle, better said. It's a constant struggle, like with languages. You think you know a language, you never know a language. Your native language, even your native language, you bump into words you don't know, I write it down. English, I think I know, but I don't. The moment you think, oh, I'm good at that, is the end of it. Anyway, I hope this is a motivating speech for people, mainly for recorder players. In Italian we say non nessuno è nato imparato. Nobody was born taught. In English sounds bad, but in Italian makes sense. People learn. Learning is a process, is a constant process. You can achieve a certain level and decide, okay, stay there, but you always need to practice even to stay on a certain level. That's it. Thanks for watching, and 90%, 99% transpiration, 1% inspiration.